weaver. This story is from Panchatantra. Once upon a time, there was a weaver by the name Mantha. One day, when he was weaving the cloth, the wooden frames of his loom broke. He took an axe and went to the forest to bring wood in order to make new frames. He went around the forest but didn't find adequate wood for the frames. From the forest, he drifted towards the seashore where he saw a huge tree. He thought that if he could cut wood from the tree, he would have enough wood for all frames and would stay happy throughout his life. As the Mantha raised his axe to cut the tree, a spirit living on that tree said, "Oh weaver, this tree is my home and it must be spared in any event because it prevents my body from the cool breeze which comes from the sea." Mantha said, "Sir, if I don't cut the tree and take its wood home, then my family will starve and die. So please go somewhere else as I have to cut this tree." The spirit answered, "If you do not cut the tree, I'll give you a boon of your choice." Mantha said, "Sir, in that case, I will go home and ask my wife and friends, and when I will return, you must give me what I ask for." The spirit agreed to it, and Mantha returned home with joy. While coming back to the city, he met his friend, the barber, and said, "Friend, a spirit has given me a boon of my choice and gave me time to consult friends and my wife. Tell me what I should demand from him." The barber replied, "My dear friend, demand a kingdom where you could be the king and I would be your prime minister. You would have a palace where we can enjoy the pleasures of this world. Like this, both of us can enjoy life here and thereafter." Mantha said, "True, but let me ask my wife too." The barber said, "Okay, but she may ask for jewelry." Mantha replied, "Even though this is true, still I would consult my wife as she is my better half." After this, Mantha quickly went to his home and narrated the whole story of the spirit and his boon to his wife. He also told her that his friend the barber had advised him to ask for a kingdom. His wife said, "Oh my lord, what do barber understands? A king's life is full of hardships. He is always worried about friendships, animosities, wars, servants, defense, alliances, and duplicity. He never gets a minute's rest because anyone who rules hardly gets any time. The same container that is used for comfort can also be used to pour out bad luck. Never envy the life of a king." Mantha said, "You're right, but you haven't told me what boon I should choose." She answered, "Every day you are able to weave a single piece of cloth, which is barely enough to meet our daily needs. You should ask for another pair of arms and another head, so that you can work on 2 pieces of cloth at once, one in front of you and one behind you. The first piece will help us meet our daily needs. The second one will help us meet special needs. Thus, we can sail our life comfortably and happily." After listening to his his wife, he said, "You are a faithful wife, and you have spoken well. I will do what you have suggested." Mantha happily went to the spirit and said, "Sir, you have given me a choice. I kindly request you to give me 2 more hands and an extra head." He had hardly spoken before he was 2-headed and 4-armed. Rejoiced, he began his homeward journey. People on the way saw him and considered him as a kind of demon. They hammered him with stones and sticks. The poor weaver died at the spot. Moral of the story: one who has no wits of one's own will perish.